This is Training Wheels.
Jesus' 12 kids.
Ever heard about Jesus' 12 kids?
No, he never married or had children, but he wasn't a typical bachelor either. From the beginning of his ministry, he adopted a dozen men from various backgrounds into his inner circle.
They followed him around, listened to his teaching, and watched him work. They asked a ton of questions, like most children do, and were usually confused by his answers.
He gave instructions and watched as they obeyed or failed. Jesus wasn't a parent, but in a way, he was the perfect example of practical parenting.
So let's look to the Good Shepherd to show us how to shepherd our children well.
So here's the big idea. Your life speaks volumes to those following behind you. Our kids need someone to show the way. So we take a cue from Jesus' playbook and invite them to follow.
Or as Paul said, be imitators of me as I am of Christ. 1 Corinthians 11, verse 1.
We're not perfect, but they're watching whether we realize it or not.
Some people are sent to foreign soil to bring the gospel. You're sent to disciple your kids, teaching them to observe Christ's commands.
Like disciples spend every day with the Master, learning to follow in his steps, our kids spend their formative years right next to us.
But as they study you, what do they learn?
Do they see consistent joy, gratitude, and prayer? Are they learning to see people with generosity and patience?
What will they learn about work, friendship, money, and the opposite sex?
And will they come to love Jesus and the story of salvation?
Shepherding isn't glamorous. It's messy, costly, and exhausting. But in his limitless love, Christ committed himself to the gritty, sacrificial work of leading his sheep.
And as we spend ourselves in the thankless job of parenting, may our kids see Christ in us.
So here's the big question. Are you comfortable telling your children to walk like you?
So follow along with this guided study at BibleGeeks.fm/trainingwheels.
And may the Lord bless you and keep you today.
Shalom.